Once upon a time there was a prosperous kingdom ruled by Queen Codetta the Wise. Queen Codetta was beloved by her people for being fair, smart, and kind. She wanted all her subjects to be happy and tried her best to make the kingdom a wonderful place for everyone. The queen had a magical scepter that helped her make good decisions. Whenever she had to pass judgment or create a new law, she would hold the scepter and it would guide her with its wisdom. Thanks to the scepter, Queen Codetta's rules were always fair. Everyone had enough food, a warm home, and the freedom to follow their dreams. The kingdom flourished under the queen's leadership. Queen Codetta wanted the children of the kingdom to grow up happy, healthy, and kind. So she decided to build a school where all children could learn reading, writing, math, and science for free. The queen hired the most knowledgeable teachers in the land. She asked the royal builders to construct the most wonderful school with spacious classrooms, a massive library, and a beautiful playground. On the day the Royal Academy opened, children from all over the kingdom came to enroll. Inside they found classrooms full of books, maps, globes, and equipment for doing science. The teachers welcomed them eagerly. "We are going to fill your heads with knowledge and teach you how to use your skills and talents to better the world," said the headmaster. The children cheered with excitement. They could not wait to start learning. Among the new students was a boy named Winston. He was a bright and curious child who loved to read. Winston came from a poor family and was thrilled to have the opportunity to learn at the Royal Academy. On the first day of school, Winston made many friends who were also excited about gaining knowledge. The teachers discovered Winston's sharp mind and passion for reading. They gave him extra books to take home so he could learn even more. Winston came to the academy every day with a thankful heart and a thirst for knowledge. He studied very hard and read every book he could get his hands on. Winston's favorite subjects were science, history, and writing. He learned fast and was soon at the top of his class. Winston's teachers told Queen Codetta what a talented student he was. The queen was delighted that a child of humble origins was thriving thanks to the opportunities at the Royal Academy. After several years of diligent study, Winston had read every book in the Academy's massive library. He had mastered all the classes and even helped teach some of the younger children. There was nothing left for Winston to learn at the Academy. When Queen Codetta heard this, she invited Winston to the palace to congratulate him. At the palace, Winston met Queen Codetta on her throne. "Young man, through your hard work and intelligence you have squeezed every drop of knowledge from our Royal Academy," said the queen. "I am so pleased with all you have accomplished." Winston bowed graciously and thanked the queen for the opportunity. Queen Codetta could see Winston had a brilliant mind. She asked if he would like to stay at the palace and become an apprentice advisor, learning at her side how to be a wise and just ruler. Winston was overjoyed and accepted the position. As an apprentice, Winston continued his studies in law, leadership, philosophy, and problem-solving. He observed how Queen Codetta wisely governed the kingdom and cared for her subjects. Winston read every book in the queen's vast royal library. After a few years, Winston was ready to return to his hometown a learned scholar. Queen Codetta praised him for his eagerness to keep improving himself. "You have exceeded even my highest expectations," the queen told him. "I know you will do great things for this kingdom." She sent Winston off with a generous supply of books and gold coins to help his poor family. Winston thanked the queen profusely for her support over all those years. When Winston returned home, he shared his wealth of knowledge and books with his neighbors. He taught the local children reading and mathematics. Winston showed the farmers new crop growing methods and helped build irrigation systems so their lands flourished. His home village prospered thanks to all that Winston had learned at the Royal Academy and as an apprentice in the Queen's court. Years passed and Winston became known as the wisest person in his town. One day, Queen Codetta requested that Winston return to the royal palace. She was growing old and needed to choose a successor. Winston's heart was full of joy when the queen asked him to take over the throne. She knew he would rule the kingdom with the same wisdom and justice that she had. On the day Winston became king, the people rejoiced, knowing the kingdom would remain peaceful and prosperous. King Winston governed with the same fairness and compassion as Queen Codetta. He also continued expanding the Royal Academy so all children could have access to education. Winston selected apprentices from poor families, giving them opportunities for a better life just as the Queen had done for him so long ago. King Winston went on to rule for many years, keeping the kingdom in a golden age. On his deathbed, the old king looked back on a fulfilling life. He was eternally grateful to Queen Codetta for seeing his potential as a curious young boy and providing him the education that enabled him to prosper and give back. King Winston's story inspires us that with access to knowledge and learning, any child has the ability to create a better world.